Hey there, I'm Chris, and welcome back to another Anoxtalks video. Now, earlier this year I had the idea to do a video talking about all the games that I played in 2019 that I enjoyed. But then I realized I had only played 10 games in 2019, and I didn't really enjoy all of them. I was planning to rank them, and it just turned into more of me explaining why the game was so low in my list, rather than, hey, this game is good, this is why it's higher in my list. So instead of explaining my list, I'll just show you the list of the games that I played and my ranks. As you can see, Fire Emblem Three Houses won. I really liked that game. It was definitely the game that I played, I think, the second most in 2019, because the other game that I played in 2019 a lot came out late 2018. Let me just make sure of that. No, it came out 2017. It's Middle-earth Shadow of War. I played that way too much in 2019. It's a pretty fun game, and I highly recommend it. And I highly recommend Fire Emblem Three Houses, the game that I was talking about before I went on this tangent. So instead of doing that thing where I look at games from 2019, I'm instead going to be looking ahead to 2020 and showing you what games that I'm excited for that are coming out in 2020. These are in no particular order, since I can't really rank them unless I would rank how hyped I am for them. And I'm not really the kind of person that gets super hyped for a game, and there's a ton of games coming out this year, so I'm only going to do 5. So I guess you could say these are the ones that I have the most hype for, but they're all pretty equal in hype. And you can assume that pretty much everything not on this list I don't have any hype for. So first up, we have Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, I myself have never owned an Animal Crossing game, but long ago, when the 3DS was the thing everyone had, I borrowed one of my friends at the time's copy of Animal Crossing New Leaf. That game was so fun. I don't know why I never got it for myself. I just enjoyed it. Just going around, talking to these animal townspeople, getting stuff for them, helping them out, collecting stuff, making your own house look cool. It was all great. Now we go up to 2018, which is when I first got Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Now, it was nowhere near as fun as I had remembered Animal Crossing New Leaf. A lot of the fun that I had had in New Leaf was gone in Pocket Camp. So I was like, maybe Animal Crossing isn't for me anymore. Then we go to 2019, when some YouTubers that I watch called Super Mega started an Animal Crossing series on the original game. I was like, wow, this game looks pretty much identical to the game that I remember playing. So I was like, okay. Maybe just Pocket Camp is an exception. It is a mobile game after all, and mobile games are usually pretty bad. So maybe the main installments are pretty good. So we go a little later into 2019 to E3 of 2019, and they reveal an Animal Crossing trailer for New Horizons, which just looks amazing. Like, this whole idea of putting a game like this on a deserted island that you have to build up yourself is just, it sounds awesome to me, having grown up playing games like Minecraft. So I'm pretty excited for this game. It's going to be coming out March 20th, even though originally it was supposed to come out at the end of 2019, I think. And I know I'm 100% getting it and playing it and recording it pretty close to its launch. Now, speaking of Minecraft, we have Minecraft Dungeons. Now, I've been playing Minecraft for quite a while, since 2013, I believe. And throughout that time, it's been pretty on and off. I definitely played it pretty heavily in 2015 and 2016, and then in 2018, I think the only times that I played it were to record videos. And then in 2019, with the whole SMP Live and PewDiePie playing it, Minecraft really picked back up in popularity. So there were actually people to play it with again. And there's an update coming to it somewhat soon. That looks pretty cool. 1.16. But base game Minecraft is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about how Minecraft is making a game that is like Diablo, but has Minecraft-like characters and locations and items. Now, I really like the Diablo style of gameplay. The run around, kill things, get better gear, run around, kill harder things, get better gear. That's just a fun gameplay loop for me. And combining it with one of the most influential games in my childhood, I think that sounds like a pretty cool concept. Now, will the developers be able to execute that concept well? That remains to be seen. We'll just have to wait till April, and maybe I'll check it out. Now for another pretty influential game of my childhood, we have LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Now, Star Wars has a pretty interesting fan base around it, to say the least. And I myself consider myself to be somewhat a part of that fan base. Now, before 2010, all of my knowledge about Star Wars either came from the one Star Wars movie I had watched, which was The Phantom Menace, or the LEGO Star Wars video game. Of all the LEGO games that I've ever had, I believe LEGO Star Wars would probably take third place in how much I've played it. Because I think first would be Marvel Superheroes for the Wii U, and then second would be Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. That list is by no means an indication of my favorite LEGO game. My favorite would definitely be LEGO City Undercover, but then Star Wars takes a very close second. Just having all these characters and these locations in one game, it was pretty cool. And after seeing the originals, it just made it even cooler. And now supposedly, this new one that they're making, the Skywalker Saga, will not only include all three of the new movies, but it will also have different versions of the levels that were in the original LEGO Star Wars games, which is great. That means they're not trying to recycle content. And that means for someone like me who played the original LEGO Star Wars games, I'll be able to experience something new. Now, that currently has an unknown release date. I'll try to keep an eye out for news of it. Now we have a couple of weird ones. They're not weird to me, they might just seem weird to you. So, the first one, Crusader Kings 3. Now, to preface this, I have loved medieval stuff for pretty much all of my life, and medieval fantasy is my favorite kind of fantasy, with Lord of the Rings at the forefront of that. Now, Crusader Kings 2. This is a game that takes place, I believe, between 800 and 1200 AD. Oh no, it doesn't end in 1200. It ends in 1453, which is the end of the Middle Ages. So yeah, Crusader Kings 2 is a game that takes place during the Middle Ages, which is when all that medieval stuff happened. Now, when I originally got Crusader Kings 2, I did not immediately like it. I was like, wow, this game is boring. It's just a bunch of waiting around for nothing, and I'm bad at it, so I keep dying. And it was taking up space on my hard drive, which was very small at the time. And there were other games that I wanted to play more than I wanted to play Crusader Kings 2, so I got rid of it. Then, summer 2019, I am just super bored. I had nothing to do, and I was like, hey look, that's that game I had before. I'm gonna download it. So, I played it, and it was lots of fun. I don't know if they updated it or just something in my mind changed that made me enjoy that kind of game more, but I had a lot more fun with it than I had before. Then fall 2019, I start getting into other Paradox games, such as Europa Universalis 4 and Stellaris. And it's like, wow, I really enjoy these games. And then one day, as I'm about to get on to Crusader Kings 2, I see something that's like, hey, there's a Crusader Kings 3. And sure enough, there is. So then I watched the trailer, looked at the screenshots they have, and I was like, I don't even know how similar this game will be to Crusader Kings 2, but it looks good, and I want it. And that's all I can really say about it. I saw it, I want it. Now finally we have another announcement from E3 2019, a sequel to a very old game, Evil Genius 2. Growing up, I was exposed a lot to the original Evil Genius. For those that don't know, Evil Genius is a game where you build a base in a mountain and you be an evil genius. You have a bunch of minions that you send out from your base, and they steal stuff for you, kidnap people for you, and you have different kinds of minions that do different kinds of things. So a little bit after E3, I'm just looking at what all the announcements were, and I see Evil Genius 2. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. The base building looks cool, all the characters look pretty cool, and it's all pretty exciting. So, that's all I have for my list here. I want to thank you for watching all the way through. I think I'll come back next year, see which of these games was good, which of these games was bad, kind of a review. Obviously, if I get and record any of them, that'll sort of show you my reaction to them. If there's anything that you think I should be excited for, you can leave it in the comments below. Maybe there's a pretty cool game that I missed. Whoa, it's me! Except it's me from closer to the date that this was uploaded than the day it was recorded. Because man, I procrastinated on editing this video so much. If you were paying attention to the beginning of this video, it was recorded on February 8th. I started editing it on February 23rd, and it is now February 27th, and I'm only just now getting close to the end of editing. I mean, in that time, a new Animal Crossing New Horizons trailer, I guess? I don't know what I would call it. Promotional video, I guess. A new Animal Crossing's New Horizons promotional video has come out, and it's just made my expectations for Animal Crossing just whew, you know? That game looks like it's gonna be so good, and I really hope that I'm not overhyping myself, because if I overhype myself and it's not as good as my expectations are, then it's probably gonna ruin it for me. That's why you always want to go into things with as little expectation as possible, so that you're surprised when something good does come out of it. But I think I'm pretty confident that after seeing the Animal Crossing Direct, it's gonna be pretty close to satisfying my expectations. I'm thinking about maybe doing a reaction video to the Direct before New Horizons actually comes out. So if you would like to see that, I would appreciate it if you let me know in the comments. If you liked this video, you could just maybe give it a like. You can subscribe to see all my other content on here, and you can hit the notification bell to make sure you absolutely don't miss anything. I know I've been slacking a bit on uploads this month. I've just been really busy with school. I think at least after the 10th of March I should be a lot less busy, but we'll see. So I'll see you then.